Some long-range jab from Alakale. Most of the young fighters that we've seen tonight that like to be aggressive and that have a heavy punch about them, they don't use that punch. I like Alakale trying to set up his offense with that left hand.
Very educated lead hand from Muhammad Alakale. He is long, he is sharp, he is fast, and he's off to an outstanding rangy start here against Crawford.
See early Alakale's using that speed with instincts to punch back when he's punched at. Answer right away.
Alakale's father took him to a gym in Edinburgh, Scotland when he was 10 years old. He has now lived there for an extended period of time. But he kept saying in our fighter meeting just to be in control of everything. He fights in a very controlled manner as he rips the body and now combos up top.
And he also has real speed, guys. What I always look for in prospects is the fast twitches, right? Do they have that kind of electric speed? He does.
Crawford with a high guard. 1 minute now to go, round one.
Terrell Crawford's a bit discouraged already, even in this first round, just not being able to reach Alakale and get inside of those long arms.
Right hand lands over the top for Alakale, and now he rips the body.
It's no better outside the house for Crawford, so it's better for him to try to get inside the house to see if he can get something moving there, because standing outside the house is a lot dangerous too. He's getting hit with big shots from the outside.
But that's what I mean about speed, like elite hand speed, Dre. Alakale is throwing 1-2s and catching him with right hands in the middle of the ring when Crawford's in responsible defensive position. He's got that kind of speed.
First 10-round fight for Muhammad Alakale. Previous long was 6. This is also his first fight outside the Kingdom of Riyadh.
10 seconds.
Oh.
10 seconds. 5.
Round 2 of a possible 10. Muhammad Alakale in green, Travis Crawford in white.
What I mean for Crawford being outside of the house, meaning the inside of the house is closer range. He's got to sell out to get there because it's nasty right now outside. It's raining.
It's just a bad neighborhood, right?
It's all bad.
It's a bad neighborhood.
He's allergic to bees. It's a mess.
You got to get inside the house, but he has to, because that's happening now. These punches are starting to move him. He's clearly getting hurt by these shots. He's got to double up a jab, throw the jab 2 or 3 times, and rush in. And he may get hit with the shot, but that's a safer place to be. He could possibly get some offense going instead of just being a catcher right now on the outside.
It's not that Alakale can't throw crooked shots, bad shots, but he optimizes his speed by throwing those straight shots, those straight 1-2s. Already with the hand speed, but the shortest distance between 2 points is that straight line.
I think Alakale is quicker than he is fast. The 1-2, the quick hook, it gets to the point just like that.
Yeah.
If he throws 5 or 6 combinations, that may not look fast, but he gets to point A and point B very quickly.
Great technique. I mean, those jabs straight as an arrow.
I'll tell you what, he got shook up with the right hand just then, Alakale.
That's because Crawford is pressing more. He's making Alakale fight on his back foot, which he did not do the first round and a half.
And he punched with Alakale. When a guy's that much faster, you got to use timing and try to catch him in an exchange, because now Crawford landed the right hand.
Short uppercut as Crawford tries to close the distance. Under 90
seconds.
Fight slightly looking a little different now that Crawford's getting closer.
It was that good uppercut from Alakale.
5.
Changed the tenor of this round.
Once again, the jab of Alakale is heard from. Body shot is there for Alakel, who was a little bit understated here during fight week, but when the lights come on, ready for prime time.
He struck me as a young man who's just about business.
Yes.
You know, he's not
Right.
messing around.
Right.
Well, he said as much. He said, I don't really like doing this. I don't really want to talk to you guys. I appreciate being here, but I just want to fight.
Some numbers unofficial through a round and a bit.
Crawford's done a better job this round.
Level change. Alakel attacking the body.
10 seconds.
So that was the best punch of the fight for him so far. Left hook to the body.
All right, 2 rounds.
5.
Alakel at this stage of his career, he is green, but he has not lost a single round on a single scorecard. So let's see the extent to which Travis Crawford can challenge him here. Round 3 is upon us.
I don't know if Crawford catches him with a right hand like that. Trey just coming in 1-2. I think he may have to try to time him in an exchange to land that right
He just did that.
hand.
But clearly when Crawford is pressing forward and doesn't throw and then stop and allow Alakel to land the shots on the outside like he's been, he's having a lot more success. Max, you talk a lot, Sarga. You talk a lot about fighters computing things and how quickly a fighter can figure something out. Crawford figured that out pretty quickly. It took a full round, but that's what high-level boxing at every level is about. Something isn't working, let me do something different. Oh, that works, I'm going to stick with it.
That's why at our main event tonight in the super fight, Canelo Crawford, the reason they're the two guys left standing from that era is they have the deepest bags. They make the best adjustments.
Louis Villarreal has done an outstanding job with Travis Crawford. Under 2 minutes here to go, round 2.
Crawford had more success. He took his lead hand and stuck that out and then threw some of the shots like he just tried to throw there. He's leading with shots and he's landing. How much more if he didn't, if he came behind the jab?
And it looked to me from here like he landed a good right uppercut, but Alakel back with a good right hand of his own.
Good answer.
Body shot is there for Crawford, not much on it.
Good right uppercut from Alakel. That might have been the best punch of the fight for him so far.
His vision's outstanding. Shot selection pretty good for Alakel thus far tonight. Under a minute to go, round 3.
Alakel's landed some good body shots these first 2.5 minutes, 2.5 rounds. And Crawford should do the same. Alakel's got a long torso. He's got a lot to hit down there. See, that body's open right there. There you go.
We've seen all night on this undercard, even when the so-called A side comes in favored, they are good competitive fights. And the B side has scored some upsets already.
Yep.
You can see that Crawford did not show up to lose, and he is reaching Alakel with some real shots in these first 3 rounds.
Nice left
10 seconds.
by Travis Crawford. Trying to give the unbeaten Muhammad Alakel a real challenge. 9 minutes.
5.
Is how you create an amazing history in a venue like this.
No doubt. And despite 70,000 seats, you really feel an intimacy, which I think plays well for combat. Round 4, Alakel and Crawford.
It feels more like an arena on steroids than it does a stadium.
Good lead hook from Alakel, disciplining Crawford for getting reckless and reaching toward him.
Coach Skipper Kelp with us all night. Skipper, how do you have it through 3?
I have a 3-0 for Alakel. He's controlling the distance in the fight from the outside. But Crawford,
10 seconds.
he just has to make a better attempt. Maybe off of a bunch of jabs and get close.
All right, thank you, Skip.
5.
Remain committed, got his way inside there.
and it was when Alakale was going to punch. I don't think Crawford has the speed just to make it happen on his own, although Skipper makes a good point. We work your way in behind the jab. But if he punches with Alakale, in the exchanges, to me it seems, is where he's catching him.
Now it's time for Alakale to make another adjustment. Crawford made one. Now Alakale has to make one. Just the thinking that goes into fighting.
What's the adjustment Alakale has to make, Andre?
He either has to be disciplined to stay outside and let that be where the fight's going to be fought, or if he's mid-range, like right there, let those shots go, but don't give Crawford anything in return, because when Crawford lands, he gets confident. And don't abandon the body work that he started in the first round.
More linear lateral movement out of Alakale here. Round 4 goes under a minute.
I like that from Alakale just then, Andre. He kind of varied the speed to match his opponent's rhythm so he didn't waste his offense. Wound up landing a little left uppercut on the inside instead of just missing something big.
Crawford able to partially land to the body. The body defensive responsibility out of Alakale, and shows a nice moment offensively there.
Yeah, that was a good body shot right there. You got Crawford's attention. He hasn't thrown a punch in.
10 seconds.
Right hand.
Oh, Alakale 32-0. Professional boxer. Here we go, though, as the undercard continues now. Muhammad Alakale and Travis Crawford, round 5. Alakale right back to work off of that straight jab.
Coach Adrian Sanchez seems to like everything that Alakale is doing. Gave him a few instructions, but he said that's another good round.
Beautiful. Not necessarily combinations, but Alakale make a lot of these single shots count, and Crawford just has been rendered reactionary. Not a whole lot coming back.
Well, the reason for that is because you see that punch, the left hand, the lead hand, the closest hand to the opponent is starting to wake back up. Alakale got away from that in round 3 and round 4.
I also think what you said earlier about the body, Trey, when Alakale's all upstairs and Crawford can time it and get in there and punch with him, it's one thing. But when those combinations come downstairs too, it gives him something else to think about.
It's a bad day for you when you got a fighter that can whip shots to the body and to the head and then back to the body. It's a problem.
Oh! Beautiful left hook by Alakale got Crawford's attention.
Well, Crawford thought the 1-2 was all there was, and there was a third punch behind it and caught him.
Crawford starting to bleed a little bit, perhaps out of the nose, or so it appears. Just over a minute here to go, round 5. Short uppercut is there for Alakale.
Nice up jab right there, meaning it starts on the thigh and you just shoot it up. You don't have to bring it back in its normal traditional position. It's a hard shot to defend against.
Hard to see coming.
It's a shot that most coaches don't teach.
Reaction gets a referee in charge. Kerry Hatley, Tammy Clanta.
Crawford's doing little things in there that are good. He's looking off right hands. He just did it there. But he's dealing with a speed deficit.
Crawford's got to make up his mind that he's going to go. He has moments, but they're not sustained.
Yeah, I mean, that's another thing that separates levels, right, Andre?
10 seconds.
How quickly can you make and implement adjustments?
And then another one, if need be.
Side.
When Crawford had Alakel up against the ropes in round 5, there was a right hand that just missed. Could have been consequential.
Lakel has not scored a lot of knockouts as a pro in his young career. Andre, sometimes a prospect has to get what they used to call his man bones, right? Before he could really start sitting down on those punches. They have greater effect. Do you see any of that here, or is there some other reason that you see that Alakel's not getting stoppages based on this fight?
I think he has the speed / quickness that we talked about. I think he punches hard enough. I think it's more of a temperament thing. We've seen young fighters tonight not have to be told to be aggressive, not have to be told to follow up after they land a good combination. The same way Alakel was in our fighter meeting, just even keel, right? Very matter of fact and calm. He's the same way as a fighter, at least at this stage in his career.
All right, 2 minutes to go, round 6. Skipper Kelp, what do you see through 5.5?
Well, I see Crawford at least attempting to do what his trainers told him to. Get inside and work. You see he's pushing forward a lot more aggressively now.
That's the zone, even though Crawford just got hit with a 2-piece and another 2-piece and another single shot that he wants to be in. He wants to be as close to Alakel as possible, punch with him like Max said earlier, and lead. He wants to lead and also punch with the young fighter in hopes that he can land a big shot.
Right, his best shot seems to be in an exchange. His best shot is to do something big. And by the way, in this round, he's hit Alakel cleanly with some good shots.
Because he's doing just what we talked about.
Although Alakel seemed to discourage him a little bit by firing back and landing probably the best shots of the round, maybe 30 seconds ago.
Crawford on the inside, lands to the body, pays forward with a right hand from Alakel.
Crawford has a good combination, maybe one of those 4 landed, but then he stands there and takes a picture and looks at Alakel, and Alakel answers back. He wants to punch and get out of range where Alakel cannot get a punch in return.
Crawford doing some good work this round.
Definitely committed to the cause. Good right hand by Crawford there.
And at this point, it looks like he's just trying to will it, Crawford. I mean, I'm just going to come forward and start throwing.
I think that's his only chance to win.
Alakel not really biting on any of Crawford's feints, however, few and far between. Good body shot by Kid Corpus.
7 seconds.
Crawford keeps doing a veteran move. Most rounds, he'll drift back to his corner because he wants to be in his corner.
Side.
250 rigging motors, on it goes. 65 total cameras. We also are producing the first fully produced on-site Spanish broadcast for a live Netflix event. All hands on deck for the biggest boxing event of the year.
You know what took my ears up just now in the corner, Alakel's corner? Abel Sanchez used one word. He said, he's exhausted too. Which means Abel's looking at his guy, Trey, and thinking he's exhausted.
Well, this is the first 7th round of Muhammad Alakel's pro career, for whatever it's worth.
Yeah, he's got 3 fights and a 10-round fight. So that's to be expected, even if you do train in high altitude in Big Bear, California.
Just learning how to relax in those moments.
Yes.
Go those rounds.
Yeah. When to rest and where to rest in a round. And this isn't the smallest of stages to throw a guy like this either. That may have a little something to do with it.
Now the question is, can Crawford sense that and take
7 seconds.
Now the longest Alakel's ever been in a fight and split it.
It's a nice sequence for Alakel. Started out with a punch-laying left hand.
Side.
That's how Crawford's going to do it. Pressing forward. He's going to get hit. Alakel is good enough, he's long enough to land shots when he throws, but Crawford has to ignore that and keep doing that right there.
The last 2 rounds, it seems like Crawford has realized, okay, I'm not going to win the fight doing this. I just have to plow forward and try to impose my will. Hard when a guy's throwing back like
Yeah, pays for it oftentimes when he does. Nice right hand. There's another one from Muhammad Alakel. Mighty Mo continuing to lead the dance here, round 7. Oh, really? There you go.
I like that from Alakel. Shots Crawford just caught on his gloves, 1-2, and Alakel said, nope, I got the range, and the 3-4 landed.
It's also a good time. Good right hand from Alakel. Another good right hand from Alakel. Another good right hand. And another.
Yeah, if a guy can't hit the curveball, you keep throwing the curveball until he shows you can hit it.
Crawford seemingly as compromised as he has been all night. 20 seconds to go, round 7. Crawford still throwing offense back Alakel's way.
Alakel's got to stay alert.
10 seconds.
Crawford's left eye showing the damage from those right hands.
Time.
Louisville Real trying to get his pupil going. We show you Skipper Kelp's unofficial scorecard. All Alakel through 7.
Part of what a young fighter has to learn when they're going long rounds early in a career is the focus. It's hard to focus for 8, 10, and 12 3-minute rounds. Your mind starts to wander. I struggled with that early in my career. Got caught with a couple big shots early on because it was hard to focus. I'm used to four rounds, 2-minute rounds, 3 rounds.
Right.
The long distance is hard, so you can see the young fighters lose focus and then gain focus again. And right now, Alakel looks like he's back on focus.
Yeah. No, that's important background, especially given just how young Muhammad Alakel is. Again, these are waters he hasn't tested before. Round 8 for the first time as a pro.
And it may sound strange, but what happens is you start to drift mentally and you start to become a spectator to your own event. Wow, it's a lot of people here. And your coach has to recognize that, say, focus, man. Listen to what I'm telling you. That's part of going long rounds. It's not just physical, it's also psychological.
No disrespect to Crawford, who's, you can see he can fight. But you lost concentration against Darnell Boone, who knocked everybody down. The guy, you lost concentration against a very dangerous fighter. Didn't have a great record, but had some big wins and some big knockdowns in his career.
And I remember feeling like, man, it's hard to focus. It's hard. I remember feeling that feel. It's hard. Then all of a sudden you do enough of it, and it just becomes second nature.
You're having it your way. It happened to Muhammad Ali when he was still Cassius Clay against Henry Cooper. So you have it your way, Sonny Banks, and all of a sudden you're on the canvas.
You learn how to do it by doing it.
Oh. Nice combination by Alakel, who has forced misses on 80% of Travis Crawford's offense tonight.
Crawford, a couple rounds ago, seemed determined to start trying to implement a new strategy and just press forward. And you have to credit Alakel for stinging him and punishing his mistakes enough that it took some of that out of him.
Good advance by Alakel, and he partially lands that left hand as we can down the stretch of
10 seconds.
Alakel trying to create a late angle here in round 8.
Time.
Another story of this era, Terrence Bud Crawford. Won't be long now, folks. Some business to attend to, though, before we get to the main event. That includes this main card opener, Muhammad Alakel and Travis Crawford.
10 seconds.
Canelo Alvarez looks a lot different in the face than he did yesterday.
Astute assessment on that.
Time.
Clean sweep on Skipper Kelp's unofficial scorecard for Muhammad Alakel through 8.
If Alakel could get through this fight, which it looks like he might, it's a good learning experience for him. Did a lot of good things. He made some mistakes. Some of his holes that he has in his arsenal and in his game got exposed, but not to a point where it discourages you. It's enough where it takes you back to Big Bear and it makes you go back to work.
Skipper Kelp, Muhammad Alakel, holding serve as the favorite thus far.
Alakel's pitching a shutout, but I'd like to see him turn it up and try to close the show here. He's a future star. Let's see what you got.
Yeah, once again, I'm the Skipper. I mean, I do wonder, though, how much of it, you know, people mature physically at different ages, and he just has the look to me of a guy who's not fully grown into his body yet.
You always wonder the extent to which a given athlete or fighter is prioritizing a finish, but to Andre's point, a lot of valuable experience to be extracted within a long fight. Coming up on 90 seconds here to go in round 9 of a possible 10. Oh, good short shot by Alakel.
I like that.
I mean, he's wide-eyed in the best of ways.
And he did it on the move.
Right.
He never stopped moving.
That was really a beautiful left hand.
Didn't throw it hard, but it landed hard enough.
Again, nice job varying the weaponry there as he goes to the lead uppercut.
And you know, there are compounding advantages sometimes for a professional fighter, and Andre, you mentioned it earlier. Going 10 rounds this early in your career, if in fact this goes 10, we're in the 9th, in a fight that Alakel is winning handily. Going 10 rounds, but on a stage like this, is an enormous benefit for a young fighter.
Good sequence right there from Crawford.
Because it's harder to relax. Hard enough to go 10 for the first time. Harder to do it in an environment, right, where it's hard to relax because it's so intense.
Crawford having some moments here, round 9.
Good answer from Crawford.
A lot to be admired, even potentially in defeat for Travis Crawford. Took the fight on short notice. Oh,
But it's those kinds
10
of
seconds.
from attacking with more reckless abandon as he started to in the 5th and 6th rounds.
Time.
gotta like the thoughtful question from Abel Sanchez to Muhammad Alakel. Why'd you let him win that round? Steve Kelp gave it to Crawford.
Alakel answered like a young fighter would. I don't know.
And then also, did he give it to him or did Crawford take it from him? There are two guys in this.
I think the point Sanchez was trying to make is that didn't happen.
Yeah, I mean, right, except that first time in the 9th round, as we mentioned, on a stage like this.
Before a coach who has a young fighter who's supposed to be blue chip and you got big plans for him, right? You can't accept that at any level. You have to let him know very early on in his progress as a young fighter that we don't accept that.
That's not okay for him. You got to be
We
the guy
don't accept that.
dictating.
That may be acceptable, but not for us.
Right. I really think Alakel was shaken up at the end of the night.
I think he was too.
Good right hand by Crawford amidst a lot of landing by Alakel. Under 2 minutes to decide it.
With only one knockout as a professional so far, Dre, in 5 fights, and unable to floor so far Crawford in spite of landing a lot of clean shots upstairs. Do you see anything in Alakel's technique that tells you that he can make some adjustments to increase punching power?
I think Alakel has a lot of upside in a lot of areas. It may be some technique, and we know that that's what Abel Sanchez teaches. Some of it is, like you say, is man bones and getting his man strength, and some of it is a temperament thing. I think it's an array of reasons why he's not getting knockouts now, but it's still very, very early.
He's got timing, he's got speed.
And the mouse under his left eye right now.
Yeah, he's earned that, and that's good for him. Easy no. It's not always going to go your way. Tighten up, stay tight, and stay focused.
Crawford remaining committed to the cause here late in the fight, just over a minute to go as he lands a left hand.
Respect to Crawford, man. He has had moments where there were lows in his offense and in his game plan, but he hasn't quit. He hasn't stopped trying to win, and he's even doing so right now with 50 seconds left in this fight.
And he's got Alakel checking the clock.
Unless the smart has for an exceptionally poorly judged.
10 seconds.
Alakel has the fight won unless something big and dramatic.
Such a scorecard time.
We haven't seen Crawford reach him.
Some great body work by Travis Crawford. Alakel circling away from that right hand power of Crawford late in the fight.
Good experience fight for Alakel.
No doubt. All right, so Muhammad Alakel and Travis Crawford go the distance to kick off our main card on Netflix. Official decision coming up next as we continue live from Allegiant. Good jab here early on.
Great fuck.
50 years.
Netflix.
Welcome back inside the home of the NFL's great two brothers in his pro debut back in 2019.
Last season. Like this as a broad.
Decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 rounds, we go to the scorecards. And here they are, 99-91, 99-91, 98-92, all to the winner by unanimous decision, and still undefeated from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, mighty Muhammad Alakel.
All right, so mighty Mo Alakel, 6-0 as a pro. He goes the 10-round distance for the first time. Did lose a round or two on